Now, the Prime Minister has reassured parents in England that they will receive further help with childcare as promised.
This comes amid warnings that the application process is baffling for parents, really confusing. So Nina has gone to a nursery in Warrington this morning to find out all about it. They've just opened the doors. The kids have arrived.
Brilliant.
Good luck, Nina.
The place to be.
Yeah, good morning. If you just excuse me a moment, Harry's just teaching me some jumping, aren't you, darling? Harry, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Harry, jumping. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, look at, well done.
Well done, my darling. You're coming on the slide now. Well done. You can see from Harry, Thea, the gang here, how important these settings are. Kids having fun, a safe home away from home, but also those important education lessons starting from such a little age. On you go. There was that pledge in the budget last year from the Chancellor to increase hours in early years setting in order to free up more of the workforce. Let's remind ourselves of those pledges. So from April this year, working parents of 2-year-olds being entitled to 15 hours of free childcare, an extension in September for 9-month-old babies upwards, and by next year the pledge was that children under 5 would get 30 hours for free. Transformational for many families, for many people intending to return to work. Both parents have to be working, neither parent can earn £100,000 or more. Those proposed savings, though, saving a family with a 2-year-old once the full rollout comes, more than £6,000 a year on average. Welcome news for some of these parents in Birmingham.
I won't be able to go back full time if I needed to, because it's just so expensive. So with the government coming in and everything like that, it'd be great. So it allows me to go back to work more and everything.
The free hours don't cover school holidays, so I work in the NHS, my partner works as well, and we don't have sort of holidays off. We were under the impression that we'd be saving quite a lot financially, but it turns out that we won't be saving all that much at the end of it.
Well, Lisa and Zoe work here and they're talking to parents all the time about this expansion. Lisa, when the word free comes up around this childcare, you sort of bristle, don't you? Tell us why.
We do. We have to let the parents know that it isn't free, it is subsidised. It's a great incentive and the parents are really excited about it, and we're excited for them. When we do the invoicing, it's going to be massive for them. However, we'd have liked to have been a bit more prepared in knowing the exact costs. We still haven't been given a definitive answer. However, letting the parents know, we'd have rather have done that sooner rather than later.
And we've been hearing from lots of childcare providers this morning who've been in touch with Breakfast and said there is a shortfall per hour per child of £1 up to £2 in some settings.
Absolutely, and that's something we need to sit down and look at as a setting, because we don't want parents to come in thinking it's free and then be landed with a bill.
Because it's just during term time for a start, isn't it? And what are parents saying to you when they call up and say, please can we have these extra places? Because it's putting pressure on you as a business, isn't it, to find those extra spots?
Yes, it is. They're very excited. Obviously, any help for them is massive, because the costing of childcare is really significant. It's high, really, especially for full-time parents. So very welcoming. However, on our side, we're already on limited availability. We don't have much vacancy left, and so it's just now trying to prepare the best we can to accommodate.
And preparing with less than 10 weeks to go before the scheme expands. Well, good luck. It's a beautiful setting here. Thanks for having us this morning. Let's speak with Neil, because he represents 14,000 early years providers. We've got him on the job this morning as well. Can I interrupt your jungle play, Neil? We've got work to do. Is this reflective then of what you're hearing from most childcare providers? First of all, the shortfall, £1 or more for some providers per hour per child. But on top of that, the amount of time they've been given to prepare without all the details in place.
Absolutely. Right across the country, I have to say, providers are concerned about the amount of money that they have been given. We know that this sector has been, frankly, neglected for a decade. Even the Institute of Fiscal Studies, so it's not just me saying this, independent bodies have said that we are actually 10% worse off than we were a decade ago. So first of all, it's the funding that's a major issue. And against a backdrop, I have to say, of record closures, we've seen more nurseries, childminders, preschools go by the wayside. We have a recruitment and retention crisis that we've never witnessed before. We've actually got a reduction in places. So to actually launch the government's biggest initiative against a backdrop of chaos doesn't sound like a great idea to me.
The government say to us it's not chaotic, the funding's there, more than £1 billion is going in to make sure these places are provided, and they have pledged, they've said to us, they said yesterday, those places will be ready for the families who need them.
I listened to actually the debate yesterday in the Commons, and it sounded to me as if the Minister thought everything was absolutely wonderful. Well, I come back to the point. Why is it therefore that we've got record closures and a recruitment crisis? So I'm afraid it doesn't wash with me.
OK, lots of parents, though, that we've spoken to have really welcomed this news. The proof will be in the next 10 weeks.